Hello, my name is RedRare, and welcome to another HorrorCast. With me is
I'm Insomnia.
I'm JaymesSinnah.
I'm Heater, also known as Exotic.
okay. All right, so we don't. We all have a short questions. Well, oh, I forgot about this. Okay. Welcome to episode 3, season 3. Um, hopefully you guys enjoy this. So for the first question, what movie have the best representation of fate worse than death? And if not, can you think of any? Who wants to start?
Do any of you guys have a take on this?
Okay,
I
I had
mean,
to
first.
think of.
I'm already thinking of like three.
All right, then go ahead.
I'll take the floor then. So,
Go
have
on.
you guys seen the movie The Mist?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, let's talk about that. Come on.
Yes.
The
oh,
Mist. It's the monsters, right? It's like the
I know
fucking
where this is
monster thing.
going. I know
Yeah.
where this is going.
Oh, you know where this is going. I
Yep.
love that. So,
Oh,
like, at the ending, they were stranded inside a car with no gas, right? And this dude, he was with his family. So like he had, the monster's gonna fucking come and it's gonna kill them because the mist is there. And he was like he had a gun with only 5 bullets in it, but there were 6 of them in the car. So he just decided to just shoot every single one of his family members to spare them from a painful death. And he accepted. He waited until a monster came to the car and then fucking killed him. But then after the mist cleared, some soldiers started to come in and rescue them, and he realized he killed his family for nothing. And yeah, he's still alive, but what's the point? He didn't fucking survive. His family didn't survive. It's
That's
like
that.
soup.
That seems to be kind of child's play compared to real methods of kind of having a fate worse than death. That's not the worst thing you can have. There's
It's not
much
the
worse
worst
things.
thing. It's
Keyword.
not the worst thing, but psychologically, it can fuck a man up.
Yeah.
you seen me? You seen a movie? It's kind of fuck up. Yeah.
It's fucked up. Yeah, psychologically.
A messed up ending.
I
Yeah.
have two more examples.
All right.
Keep going. I'll let you start, and I'll add on where necessary.
Okay, yeah, of course, James. My next My
Type
next
of movie.
example comes from the. This isn't from a movie, but it's from a novel. It's called "I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream." I don't know
Never
if you
heard.
guys have heard of this. Never heard of it?
Never heard of that. No.
Hmm. None of you have ever heard of this. Basically, I'll summarize the plot. There are some supercomputers who took over the world and just made the human race extinct. But it took like 4 human prisoners and just continued to torture it over and over, psychologically and physically, over like a span of 100 years, while keeping them alive or something. You know, I don't know how computers were able to do that, but it did. And the worst thing ever, as if that's not bad enough already, near the ending, the main character decided to put his companions out of their misery by killing each one of them, to let them out of the pain. And then before he could commit suicide, the computer turned him into like a fucking gelatinous blob who can't hurt itself. It had no idea how to hurt itself, and its perception of time changed every now and then, so it would be in constant torment forever. Like it couldn't tell anything at all, and it can't even kill itself because it's like it's unable to. That's where the term "I have no mouth and I must scream" comes from, because it has no mouth, it can't talk, it can't see anything. It's just there. It knows it's alive, but it can't do anything.
Yeah, there's a Netflix series, and this is for UK viewers. I mean, everyone's got Netflix, but it's on Netflix. A
Is it
UK
Black
TV
Mirror?
series called.
Is it Black
Yes,
Mirror?
I was going to mention. I mean, as he was talking about kind of not being able to call yourself, The Humans is a famous program on Netflix, and it's got 3 seasons about how
Hmm.
artificial intelligence coexists with humans, but as like slaves. But then they've actually got a code for consciousness, and one of these actual robots, which we want to call, actually was programmed so it wasn't able to kill it. Physically, was not able to do it. So you can't take your own life.
Jesus.
What did it do to them?
I mean, she tried to get a child to drive a car into the river because she
What the
wasn't
fuck?
physically able to put herself in any risk. It was just, it's you know watch the series to really understand. I mean, when it comes to people say, like you've said, you've talked about methods of death. I mean, you might talk about what you've just said, but I think immortality is probably the worst because, as in fiction, immortality in fiction has never been represented. It's always been represented as the inability to die regardless. But vampires are, so to speak, immortal. But vampires can die if they're subjected to correct temperatures
If
or
they're killed,
conditions.
like if they're killed, you know.
Yes,
If you do one of the
you can
their
be killed,
weaknesses, yeah, they can be killed.
which is, I mean, if you kind of, lots of religions prescribe this immortality and eternal life, and that must be absolutely horrible. The Good Place, which is a very good US comedy series, alludes to that, where people are in paradise in heaven, and they, for thousands of years, they're just bored. They just want to literally just not exist. So I think immortality has to be a horrible existence.
I think if you
To see
get,
everyone
30
die and
minutes.
if you live long enough, pretty soon you're gonna want to die. It's the harsh reality.
Yeah, I feel
Yep.
fun for the first 5 years, and then you realize, oh,
5, dude. That's
everyone
pretty.
around me is going to die.
Dude, that's 5 years. Are you okay, dude?
Well, I don't know. You start to realize that you're just gonna live on, and everything else is just gonna disappear slowly.
But dude, having that dropped on you when you were 5 years old, Jesus Christ,
I'm not when
dude.
you're 5 years old. After 5 years of knowing you're immortal.
Oh, shit.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
you don't really know
I,
how to kind of.
I misunderstood you completely.
You don't even know
I'm
your
sorry.
times table by 5. You don't even
As
know
a
the
5-year-old.
concept of existence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as
but
a
what if someone just
5-year-old,
explained that to their kid? That's fucked up.
I'm considering life and death at 5 years old.
I'm pretty sure some 5-year-olds are doing that already. But
Maybe.
yeah, first 5 years is fun, but then you're gonna start to notice that people you love, things, your favorite, the people you look up to, as in celebrities and all that, artists, they all just start, dying like flies.
I mean, personally, I don't want to outlive any
Yeah,
to
but
be
that's
a
just a certain life.
Yeah, but like you can't die. Like you're gonna watch everyone you know and love slowly go one by one, and you're just stuck there, watching them, powerless, to stop their fates.
Well, that will come into the next question, won't it? Which, who mentioned Black Mirror?
Oh, Black Mirror. Yeah, I did. They're.
If anyone's ever seen this short movie, which is an episode, but it's a very long episode, about just over an hour, USS Callister. And what happened is the main antagonist
Oh,
played.
I haven't seen
He
that.
had his. Okay, do you mind a spoiler?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You can spoil me. I don't care
Yeah,
that much.
he basically replicates people's consciousness and puts it into this video game. But in the end, his consciousness gets trapped because his video game breaks down in the clouds, and his consciousness is in the actual game, but then his real life self has died at his desktop. He has like a heart attack, so his consciousness is stuck in this broken ship, just circle the galactic eternity. Not very nice.
No, I wouldn't like that. No, that's not very good. There's
And as you
also.
mentioned,
Oh yeah, you can go on. Go on, James.
no, because you mentioned American Horror Story, which was Coven, which actually gave a really good idea into the presentation of ideas of living your own personal hell. So everybody's got fears and worries, and people be afraid of heights or spiders. And this particular episode, to be a witch, to become a grand witch, you had to go through these tests. And one of the tests was you had to experience your own personal hell. And one of them was a girl, quite a big girl, and she was forced to kind of live eternity just serving working in a chicken shop, and it was just and the queue was literally endless, so she was just constantly serving. So if you were to die, you'd be living your personal hell for eternity, the worst thing you can imagine. And sometimes it can be 10 minutes, sometimes it could be 30 seconds.
I actually like the concept that there's a different hell for everyone. Like hell is based on what you loathe, what you fear the most, and what you hate the most, and all that shit. Like it's different for everyone. Like it's your own personal torment, specifically tailored for you by Satan or whatever.
Of course, it exists because that's just hell is a social construct to get people to do the right thing. Be
You
good.
know, that there's this one Black Mirror episode that created you know, I think three kinds of hell. It's called Black Christmas, I think, or White
Yes,
Christmas.
that
I'm
yes.
not sure.
No, you're right. It is White Christmas. Yeah,
Oh, it's White Christmas. Yeah. Uh,
yeah. It's a horror. Yeah.
well, it's a horrible episode. But
Yes, because yeah.
one of the hells is being blocked by your loved one and you can't talk to them. Like
No.
even in real life, you can't see pictures of them. You can't see them on TV.
Mm,
Like you, you literally can't. Like you can't talk to them because they'll only hear like muffled sounds. And when it's a legal block, you can't even see your own son or daughter or child when they're
mm.
born. And all that shit. And it's super fucked up. The second kind of hell is when this replicant of your consciousness called a
Yes,
cookie
yes.
is
That's yeah.
yeah, when one of those is put inside like an artificial AI room, and it's basically stays there for all eternity. Just it becomes your slave, like it manages things around your house. But there's this one method that this guy used to torture those cookies by like you know,
Altering the time frames.
yeah, altering the time frames, bro.
Yes,
Like just
because she didn't want to.
just
Yeah, because she. I think it was disturbing because she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to be a slave to her real self,
yeah,
and because of that,
she thought she was
he made her do nothing. Yeah, he made her do nothing for 9 months, and 9 months was like 10 seconds, and it was absolutely.
yeah,
Can
10
you
seconds,
the
bro.
thought of God, that is horrible. Yeah, that is probably one of the worst things. Just to be idle for just doing nothing. No games, no drink, no eating, just nothing.
Yeah, just nothing, just doing nothing, all right? Like, would you rather
You
do
can't
nothing?
sleep. Yeah.
You would be forced to either become a slave or just do nothing for like, a lot of years.
I mean, that
30
kind of sounds
seconds,
like the past
30
year.
seconds was like 5 years for him, you know? It's like either you
Obviously, the
become a
punishment.
slave,
Yeah.
it's either you become a slave or you just do nothing and be bored for all eternity. And the one guy who did a crime and was imprisoned in a cookie, he was just that was like
Yeah.
how many years was that per minute? 100,
It
I
was
think.
10,000 years.
Oh,
10,000 years per
10,000
minute.
years per minute. Yeah, dude, that's
That's
fucked.
just horrible.
That's
I mean,
horrible. I
at,
wouldn't
at
want
the end
that.
of the day, yeah. No, that's just that will never get to that stage. I mean, it will get to the point where that may be a reality, but to that extent, it's
You
just
can't
cruel.
even
It's just
die, bro.
disgraceful.
You can't. You can't even
No, you
fucking
can't.
die. You can't, bro. You can't
You're
even
just
die.
you're just a code.
Yeah, dude, you're not even alive, and you're still feeling things. That's fucked. And yeah, the third kind of hell is when you're blocked by everyone. You just can't talk to anybody. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's very disturbing.
Yeah, it's also very disturbing. Like it's his fault. He got put into a fucking sex offender registry, but still, that's fucked up.
Well, I mean, he wasn't really a sex offender in the true sense of the word. I mean, he just had some business that went awry and it just went wrong and it cost him.
What?
Yeah, he just did some he just watched somebody die technically.
Yeah, but
He
it's
wasn't a sex
basically
offender.
like no, because all he was doing was basically talking through his client to how to
Yeah,
act on a date,
he's helping.
and she just tended to be she was just suicidal. It just
What's really fucked up is that he didn't call the police or anything. He just fucking threw away all his shit. Maybe that's what got him. Nicked. The fact that he didn't do anything about it.
But like I said, when I went
Interesting.
back to do a mortality point, when you said about an American horror story, Coven, where Kathy Bates played one of the characters, and she was buried underground she was cursed with immortality. She was buried underground for hundreds of years, and she's just there, lying there, doing that's even horrible. But the fact is, she could have her head cut off and still be alive. So it's like you're alive, no matter what happens to you. That's even worse.
How many minutes have we wasted on this discussion, bro?
Good for you.
Yeah, but it's
I
like,
don't know.
yeah,
You guys were in the zone, so I don't want to bother.
yeah, we are super in the zone, like, because there's like so many fates worse than death,
Hmm.
like just staying alive, and not being able to do anything about your torment, your personal
Well,
torment.
mine is all mortality. I'm going with that.
Oh, immortality. Mine is not being able to change anything, like not being able to help yourself through whatever you're going through, because
Well,
you're just
that's life.
hopeless. It's like I just hate the idea of inevitability, in inevitability, inevitability. I cannot fucking pronounce it. I just hate the thought of inevitability, like when you can't really do something about anything anymore, and you know it's gonna fuck you up, but you can't do anything about it. Like you can't change it. That's what I hate the most.
I was gonna make an Avengers joke, but that well is dry.
Oh, super dry. So like yeah, inevitability. That's what I hate the most. There's one thing I'm gonna mention before we move on to like the next talking point. Uh, fuck. Can you guys hear me? I
Yes.
thought I
Yes, you
lagged
can.
out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So one more thing I'm gonna mention is there's this movie. It's like a war movie from the 70s, 60s, I think, called Johnny Got His Gun, I think. And
Yes, I know what you're.
oh
Is it?
oh
Yep,
yeah
I know what
oh
you're talking about. Yep,
oh you know what I'm talking
horrible.
about. All right. Horrible.
Yep,
Yeah, super horrible. Basically, to you,
horrible.
Insomnia and RedRare, I'm gonna explain to you guys what happened. This dude, he got wounded by a mortar shell. Oh, God, I can't pronounce words today. Like his legs got taken off, his arms got taken off. He became blind and deaf, and he can't even speak either. And he's just left there. He's left in a hospital, and people are trying to keep him alive, even though they know fully well that they should just kill him already. And he
Mm.
communicated with this nurse on using Morse code to just kill him. Just kill him and end his suffering because he's like trapped inside the prison and he can't do anything about it. So she tried to suffocate him with a pillow, and then this commander just came in and said, "Don't fucking do that.
Mm.
Don't do that. We have to keep him alive. We care about his well being." And then he was just
Yeah,
left there suffering
he's just a
forever.
guinea pig. Yeah, because at the end
Yeah,
of the day, when you're in that situation, what is dream and what is real? What is reality? You just can't. So you're a prisoner in your own body. It's
yeah.
disgusting.
What is
Remember, there was one
anything
scene where
anymore?
because what I thought was one scene where the nurse cried on his bare skin to showed him that. Yeah, but I know that she tried to take, but I think they wanted to put him on display. But I think there was a remake of that film actually as well, but it wasn't as graphic. But yeah, he did lose his whole face and he lost his hearing and sight. Just the horrors of war. I mean, that would deter anyone from going to war after that. It's just,
Oh
yeah,
God,
that is horrific.
after seeing what
Mind you,
after I saw the shell shock footage from World War II with people with them getting PTSD and getting disfigured
yes,
from I don't even want to go
because
to war anymore.
the issue was back in World War Two and World War One, they didn't really understand. You didn't have the DSM diagnostic psychological manual that came out, so all the people that had shell shock were considered to be cowards, and they were shot. And once we understood that that was a condition of, as you said, PTSD, they were pardoned. They got a poster. What's you're dead? You can pardon, but it was just psychological disorders based on shell shock.
That was actually really fucked up. You know what? That war just does this to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
War
All I
is
can
the
say,
shape.
the last thing I can say on that point, as a fate worse than death, human centipede being in the middle.
Oh fuck
Oh
yeah!
God
Lord.
damn it! I want to see it. God damn it!
No. I don't think no wait no yeah being in the middle is the worst part because you eat shit and
Yes.
your ass is
Yeah.
also stitched.
Well, she survives at the end. The one in the middle, the one in front dies, and the one behind her dies, and she can't really. Yeah, it was hot, really
Well,
dark.
well, well, I, well,
Yeah,
well, I
that
guess
was
I guess you're lucky if you're in the middle
no.
How are you lucky?
because the one in the middle in the movie survived, so you are kind of
Being
lucky
in
then.
Yeah,
human
but she was.
centipede in general means you're the most
Yeah, the
unlucky
camera.
person.
I already be
The
dead.
camera panned out with her in the end. She was alive, but she couldn't really do much because she was stuck in the middle of. She can't drag two. Try dragging
Oh,
two body weights with
she
you.
was she wasn't separated. Okay, that's well, that's a fate worse than death. Being stuck
Yeah.
like that.
She probably could have if she pulled hard enough, but she would have bled to death and lose the whole of her face. So, but yeah, that is
Lost her
horrible. But I'll
face
let you
and
move
also-
on.
Let's move on. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about Human Centipede anymore. This is fucking me up big time.
I don't want to think of that abomination of a film.
Oh, it's just the guy who directed that, Tom Six. It's just I don't even want to imagine what goes on in that guy's head.
Oh, me neither.
Have you guys seen a Serbian film?
Seen
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yes.
we're not gonna fucking talk about
No,
that now.
we could get into trouble if we discuss that.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. None of that.
I don't want to mention
None of
one of
that.
the scenes.
I don't want Dragon J to cut this out.
Yeah.
So what's the next question?
Right.
Were you gonna say something,
should we
James?
go-
No, I was about to say. I'm just that film. I mean, it was so banned quite clearly, but
It's just so
it's not the
just-
most. Unlike Hostel, is a bit of a more of a parody of, but that Serbian film is not the most like unknown thing to happen. It's not exactly like it's completely out of this world. It's possible snuff. You get snuff films all the time.
Yeah, but that one is just disturbing because of some some
Yes,
certain events. Yeah,
Yes, which we can't mention, but yes,
we
But
can't mention
it
anything. We
happens.
can't mention. Dude,
Nah.
the fucking YouTube channel is just gonna get shut down if we mention anything about that movie.
yeah.
Yeah, YouTube
So, yeah.
ain't too crafty right now.
Let's just move on and not talk about a Serbian film ever again.
We're still on the first.
You brought it up.
We're still on the first point.
I'm the one who yeah, dude, we're spending too much time on the first point.
I'm starting to see why a lot of podcasts are scripted,
Mhm.
Mm.
so you just don't go off.
Oh yeah, I actually like it more when podcasts are natural.
Oh yeah, but I mean, we just went on a tangent for God knows how long on whatever.
Remember when we got that new guy on one episode, Pro Idat, and we just went off with the jokes.
Oh God, was that the ghost episode?
Yeah, that was no. It wasn't the. Was it a ghost episode? I think it was religion.
I don't know.
It was
I-
different this way. It was a Soviet something jokes.
I definitely said something I shouldn't have in that episode.
I also have said something I shouldn't have. We all have. We all have said something we shouldn't have.
Yeah, no, but the ghost episode in particular, I saw the thumbnail, I was like, oh, he kept it in.
Oh, he kept it in. He definitely kept it in. All right, let's just can we just move on to the next topic?
Yeah,
'Cause
Is
we're
it the
taking too long.
Fate and Destiny subject?
Mm.
Okay. No, we have a question. If you have a choice in how could you die, what way would you die?
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't know
Make
that
it
question
quick.
was coming up. But okay.
Just make it quick and end it fast. The ways of old Yeller.
How do you want me? Okay, look. Let's say I'm the one who's gonna help you with your death insomnia. How do you want me to do it quick?
Oh,
Just
Shoot
just
you? Want me to
bring me out behind the barn and old Yeller. Go the way
Oh,
of
Yeller. Just fucking shoot you behind the bar like you're an animal or something.
Yeah, do it.
Just fucking take you out back. Like, just take you out back and then just grab the shotgun from the shed.
Yep.
See, I take a lot of interest, not interest, but I find it really strange that people like to, when they commit suicide, they like to throw themselves off buildings. I mean, that's probably the worst
Oh.
way to go. To just
There is a chance.
know
Oh,
you're
I don't-
I'm scared of heights, but the thing that you're plummeting, the anticipation of falling to, and not just that, but you're just like a splat on the sidewalk.
Like
Like
a
it's not very good
splat.
funeral,
I don't
is it?
like
'Cause it's just
that.
gonna-
I don't like that, bro. Like, dude, imagine like I think okay, I think I can say with absolute confidence that about I guess 60% of the people who commit suicide by jumping, after they jump, like after they get their foot off the balance and into the air, I feel like they regretted it after that. Like 60% of people who do that. I feel like
I'm sorry,
after they
but whoever
jump,
does that, whoever does that next should have the mobile phone on them, and on the way down, just send a quick text saying this is a bad idea.
Just
yeah,
live
just say,
stream.
yeah, just live stream it like, oh, this is a bad idea, you know. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, but people are doing that quite often now. That's really bad.
oh no, they
Live
shouldn't do
streaming
that.
suicides.
That's
I
fucked
People are
up.
doing it.
Well, it's actually well, in a way, it's actually kind of a good thing to live stream your suicide because then no, I'm not saying no. Wait, here,
It's
look, guys, hear me out. Like, it's a good thing to do it like an hour before you actually get to the part where you're gonna do it, so people can send help to you or something. You know, people can stop you, can refer some hotlines to you.
yeah,
You
but
can
people who
find
are going to
people's
kill
stuff.
themselves don't want the help. If they wanted the help, they would have taken it.
No, I mean, some people really don't know what they're doing, so.
This can go many places very fast. So I feel we shouldn't.
Well,
talk
me,
about that
I'd
anymore.
rather know my fate. I'd rather not be killed, like unwittingly. No one wants to kind of just suddenly walk along the street, and then there's nothing. Like you get a shot to the back of the head or something, like in the Gangster Sopranos in a style. I'd like to know impending death, but I would like to be quick. Of course, no one wants to be feel pain.
You know, to be honest, if I was gonna die, I wouldn't want to know that I was gonna die. You know, I
Yeah,
wouldn't, I
I'm
would.
different. I'm so I think I would because you get a chance to say goodbye and emotionally prepare people, emotionally prepare for your
Yeah,
impending
but
doom.
you'll be scared. You know,
What's
I
wrong
mean, I
with being
wouldn't get to say,
frightful?
I wouldn't get to say goodbye if I died like this suddenly, instantly. You know, but people will get to say goodbye to me anyway. I mean, they can say goodbye to my dead
Well,
body during my funeral.
it depends how you die. You might be just a splat on a sidewalk, be a
Well,
liquid coffin.
oh, a liquid coffin, huh?
I die, you
It's
better
like
not touch
those ones.
any of the items.
It's like a fucking airtight one, so my contents don't spill out.
If I die,
Maybe
you
I'll
better
have.
not touch the TF2 items, boy.
Oh, maybe I'll have. If I die, like, if I end up like a splat on the sidewalk or something, I would have. I'm gonna write it in my will that if that unlikely event ever happens, I want to be scooped up and put inside like a water bottle and put inside the fridge of my house.
Water bottle.
And I want.
I don't think they. I think it would take more than a water bottle to scoop your remains up in.
Yeah. That's why it has to be put on many. A lot of it, like let's say like 20. I'd say 30 or something, 25, and have those water bottles just distributed to my family
Oh,
members, like each of them, you know. And it'll say on each bottle, "Do not drink this. This is your relative's remains."
Yeah, put it right next to the tomato juice.
Imagine they take the label off. How are they gonna know?
There have been stories, not stories, but actual instances where people have had cremated remains on there, and the burglars have broken in, and there was a plaque on the box of cremated remains of a dog, and it said Charlie. And because they saw Charlie, they thought it was Charlie's another name for marijuana, and they smoked the dog.
They fucking smoked the dog.
Yeah,
they
they put it in. They thought it was weed, and they smoked. They
Oh my
wrapped it up
fucking
in their
God,
little. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
God.
But yeah, I think if I was gonna die, I would want to know too, and I also would want to be assured that it's gonna be as painless as possible. If I was instead assured with the fact that it's gonna be the most painful death imaginable, and I can say all my goodbyes beforehand, I'd probably just kill myself.
Yeah, I
just,
think the Brazilian cartels know how to make a slow death really slow and
oh
painful.
my God, I've seen videos, bro. I've seen videos.
I've
Oh
seen
my
it.
God.
Yeah.
I've seen videos, bro. I've seen videos. Like, dude, there's this site on the web called Run the Gauntlet.
Best score. Oh, okay.
Best Score is one of them. But Best Gore is one of them. I've had so many good memories with Best Gore. It's such a memorable site. But yeah.
Why do you have good
Just shows you
memory?
yeah.
No, I'm not saying the videos there are good. I'm saying I'm saying like so many fond memories like that time when I watched a shotgun video with my friends and yeah. So basically there's this site called Run the Gauntlet where there's some gross and disturbing gore videos that you have to watch, right? So basically how this site works, it's called Run the Gauntlet for a reason. How this site works is there's video after video of disgusting things. And in order to advance, you can't watch the next video right away. In order to advance to the next video, you have to finish one video to the end. So, and also at the beginning, there's an easy level, an intermediate, and a hard, and a normal, and all that shit. It gets harder and harder.
It's like
as you go
Mario.
on.
It's like Mario.
It's like
You
it's
can't
like,
progress till you've.
It's like it's
You
like
can't
it's like
progress till you finish the
it's
first
like
level.
Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like Mario, but for degenerates. You just keep going. And there's one video that I really loathe, and it's the one where a Mexican cartel executes an old guy, and it's just the video goes on for I'm pretty sure 10 or not. I think it's 10 or 9 minutes, and the guy just gets a knife just like through his neck and all that shit, and then they try to take his head clean off, but they're doing it as slowly as possible. Like it's like they're not. Yeah, it's like they're not.
This.
It's like they're trying to get his head clean off, but they're like not doing a very good job because they're doing it as slowly as they can. And I'm just hearing the worst part about it is as it's going on, you can hear gurgling sounds.
Hey, so I was gonna.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is.
episode.
So go on. I'll let you go first.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
I was gonna eat after this episode.
Yeah.
Just don't visualize it, bro. Bro, just don't visualize
hard.
it. Alright?
You're
Just
giving
don't
me.
visualize.
What you just said is not uncommon. I mean, if you go back hundreds of years ago to the medieval times and time of King Henry VIII, the 1500s, where executioners were not trained, and I think it was Lady Jane Grey who was executed just before her husband, and even Mary Queen of Scots, they took the axe to the head, but they very seldom actually took it on one clean sweep. It would actually
Oh my
sometimes they hit
God.
below the neck. They'd have to drag the axe out again, then have to swing again. Sometimes it took a good 5 hacks to take the head off, which
Oh
is why
my
you had
God.
the French. Which is why the French
Oh.
came up with the guillotine,
Oh my
which
God.
was supposed to be very accurate and it was one clean sweep. But beheadings
Didn't they
in
fail
medieval times were horrific. I mean, it was not just one off with your head; it was kind of a good 5,
Yeah,
6.
sometimes it's not like every time they do it, they can get it in one trial, right? Like they're not always
Nah.
100% accurate. Like sometimes they're probably, gonna miss. What if the executioner was drinking beforehand? Jesus Christ!
Well, at the end of the executioners was actually a very hard job because sometimes the executioners would not really, they didn't want to do it. I mean, they actually had to. I think they had to say a prayer before they did it. It was just a certain kind of job. It's not the kind of the ruthless mask over the head kind of thing. They did have a mask over the head to protect their identity, but it was the job. Someone had to do the job, but they weren't trained, and sometimes they hit the back of the head. Mary Queen
my
of Scots
God.
she was murdered. She was killed at Fotheringhay Castle, which is now ruins in Scotland. Yeah, it took quite a few blows, but they were never very kind of unwilling. There was no one to hold them down like you would now. You'd have someone to literally hold. They were very kind of accepting of their fate. It's just the mentality of the era, I suppose, because treason and death was quite common.
Also, like heretics, and all that shit.
Yeah, if you go back to the Spanish Inquisition and all that, humanity was disgusting in the Middle Ages. It's horrible.
Oh, very, very disgusting. I don't get why some people would want to go back to those times.
Well, certain religions do. They like it that way, but
Oh, they
we'll move
fucking
on to
loved
that.
it, bro. Those guys are weird, like super weird. But yeah, you know what?
Right.
I'm able to narrow it down. If I am able to choose how I would die and what way I would die, I don't want it to be a beheading. It's the least thing I want. Like I don't want it to be a beheading. I actually don't want it to have anything to do with sharp objects. I don't want to be stabbed. I don't want to be bisected. I don't want to get disemboweled. I don't want any of that.
God damn it.
So I don't want anything sharp. I could take a bullet to the head, I guess, but not one to any other part of my body until I bleed out. I can't do that. I can't be having that. That's just too much pain, and I can't deal with it. Just like Insomnia said, I want my death to be as painless as possible. So bullet shot to the head, I guess that's the best way to go.
Well, that's the misconception. People think that once you get shot, say you got shot in the hand, you think that the bullet might go through, but that's not the way bullets work. Bullet will go through your body, and the trajectory will change all the time. So you might get shot in the stomach, and your exit wound could be in your shoulder because it ricochets off different bones and all that. So it's very weird.
that
But I'm not
happens?
happy to move on anyway. No,
You know,
that's ballistics. Yeah, it's just if
you know,
wherever you
we're
got shot, just
handgun.
it just does.
That
Your bullet
happens?
doesn't go through you and come out the other side because it doesn't have the enough velocity to do that. It will
You know,
ricochet off
I know,
different bones and
I've heard that sometimes it sticks inside your body. It stays inside. Yeah, I've heard of that
it
happening.
can.
But
It depends on the bullet. If it's a
but
incendiary kind of bullet, it might explode like shotgun. Shotgun pellets will
oh my
probably
fucking god, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're swapping to a shotgun. Screw the handgun.
Oh,
I'm happy. I'm happy
Yeah,
to
yeah,
move on. I don't have too much longer.
yeah. Just straight to the head. You know, like it. I guess a
Yeah.
pistol would be unreliable because it could ricochet and just leave you with a fucked up face. So a shotgun would probably be
No,
ideal because
that what. So
you guys
now
want
you've
to use
just said that
shotgun
you're
for the
right
face?
and you're wrong at the same time because I know you're talking about shotgun and slipping. What happens is when people kill themselves through shot to the head of underneath the chin, what happens is they pull the trigger and they have that last minute jutter. So what happens? The shotgun they pull away at the last minute, and that's what causes them to disfigure their face and not kill themselves.
oh my fucking god. Yeah, that
Yeah,
people
yeah.
usually become afraid sometimes. People usually are scared to do it, so they hesitate and they just blow their fucking faces off instead of killing
Well,
themselves.
wait,
Hmm.
then grab your body.
Right, I'm happy to move on.
I'm happy to move on
About
too.
Destiny and
Let's just move
Fate.
on.
Yeah, I think we
Destiny and
spent a lot
Fate.
of time on it.
You guys really gonna use a shotgun?
Yeah, it's the fastest way, and it spreads, so right into the brain.
And I'm,
It's nice to go out and
I'm gonna do chaos, and then have my friends stab me before. I enjoyed it.
okay.
I don't know. I like being stabbed. I think I enjoy it.
What?
Okay, I think let's move on.
Well, what did he say? I didn't quite hear that.
Oh, he likes being stabbed.
What?
I think there's a
I
medical
hate.
condition for that.
Yeah.
I honestly don't want to be stabbed. That's like the thing I don't want to happen to me the most.
That's,
Like I don't want.
that's an extreme BDSM.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
I don't like that. No, I'm not going horny. No.
Dude, RedRare. I have like a list of I have like a list of anime girls that you're probably gonna be into.
Oh no.
So
like
yeah,
using,
let's.
I like using weapons, like melee weapons. Alright. I don't like using guns.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you'd rather get stabbed by you'd rather get killed by a melee weapon rather than a firearm.
Yeah.
That's an honorable way to go, and I salute you for that bravery, dude. Because that's gonna be one painful fucking death.
Wait,
I
I remember
salute you for that.
what was what was the name of that when you guys get your back opens and then your ribs backwards. Do you know that?
Your what?
I remember
Your what opens?
your back is slit open and then your ribs bend
Oh,
the other way.
that's called the blood eagle. It's a torture method.
Oh boy.
I don't
Oh,
know
that
why I
was
remember.
Saw, but Saw is another kind of
Oh,
topic.
I don't fucking want that to happen to me. The blood eagle, that's the worst way to go. One of the worst ways to go, if not the worst.
Uh,
So yeah, let's just
Are
move
we moving
on.
on to Fate and Destiny?
right, yeah. Oh wait, we have another question before Fate and Destiny. If you had a second chance in life, what would you do with it?
Interesting. I mean, a lot of people would say, "Oh, I would use this to fix my mistakes and get rid of my regrets and live a happy and perfect life." I mean, that's what I would do for sure.
What
Yeah,
would
but you say that, but those decisions that you make could manifest something even worse than where off than you are now.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
the
could say,
thing.
"Oh, well,
We just don't know, right? Like, those decisions could alter some even bigger things. So what if
many-
what if we've never considered the fact that things may be okay as they are now, and that we don't really need to change a thing.
But
I don't know.
hindsight is always 2020, and at the end of the day, you will always want to change something, no matter even if you had a second chance, you want another try, because it's almost like playing a video game. You know, you try one character, it works, and sometimes, oh, I was this character, and you try another character, it was a bit better, but you've always want more and more. I think we as humans just want perfection, but that's just not what life
We
is.
just
You're not
want
going
we just want to like try everything until we get
to
the
get,
best outcome, you know.
yeah. But what is the best outcome? Do you want to be a billionaire, or do you want to be a millionaire who's kind of at the expense of other people, depending on your job? Do you want to be a famous actor and be scrutinized at everything you do, like people are in a public eye? Do you want just take the hand you dealt? Because at the end of the day, you're born and you should be born. Every single one of you who I'm talking to, because that sperm cell that fertilized that egg was the one sperm out of millions to break that through that egg, and that chance of you being you is that one in millions. So be happy to be alive.
Be happy to be alive and just just go with the flow, accept things the way they are. Because it may be worse
Yeah.
if you try something differently, you know. I mean, if I was given a second chance, I would change some things. But like, let's think about the terms here. Let's say I was given a second chance in life. Would I be given knowledge of my first run? You know, would I keep that knowledge of what I went through before I've been given the?
And not just that, all the people that you knew and who you love, you wouldn't have that experience. You would never have met
Yeah,
your best friend, would have met the love of your life or whatever. You can't take it back. It's just what you can.
Can I trade mine?
you have to if you have the knowledge, you have to make sure you have to put everything in the thought. You have to make sure that you meet all those people again and achieve all your current achievements. You have
I
to
mean,
make
it's not like you can. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can suddenly turn on easy mode and just have an easy walk through life. It doesn't work like that. You don't get to pick and choose. It's just basically a clean slate. And
you just have to try again. You just have to make sure everything is just like before, but better. You know.
could you stomach going through school over and over again?
No.
Oh my
No,
god! Like
exactly. Exactly.
imagine going through that. Going
I'm
through it
college right
once
now.
is already going through it once is already bad enough. Imagine going through it
Yes.
again.
It's nice when it's
No.
university, but primary school and secondary school or high school and lower, whatever you call it in America, is different. But yeah, it's just very tedious. You know, basically a full-time job without pay.
Yeah.
That's no fucking pay. Like you're only doing it so you can get a job. That's even worse.
And you don't even get a job at the end of it.
Yeah, what if you don't? You know, you just become
It is-
homeless.
You don't have a spirit because you don't got the job. I mean, what?
Well,
Yeah.
the irony is the most successful people in the world right now don't have any kind of degrees or GCSEs or
Yeah,
A
right.
levels or whatever. It's just they're just self-made. They just use common sense, which is something being
They just
shrewd is
built
something can't be
themselves, you know?
taught. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, this was.
So like, I guess my answer to this would be, if I had a second chance in life, what would I do with it? I'm just not gonna take that second chance. I'm fine with the way things are now. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
I am gonna make some mistakes, like a couple of mistakes along the run. I am gonna fuck up a lot, but part of life is accepting that we just can't have better sometimes, and it could be a lot worse. So take that into consideration as well. I'm just gonna be fine. I'm just fine with the way things are now. If you guys get me.
Yeah, that's a good ending. That's nice. You guys
So,
want to add anything?
you guys can add anything?
No, I'm good for that.
Sonic?
Huh? Sorry, I dropped out a little bit. I'm trying to follow things and I'm zoning out at the same time.
Yes.
Oh, no.
But if I have a second chance, then I guess I spent time with the people that already like died in my life.
If I had a
Like
second chance, I
my
wouldn't have a battery charge.
You wouldn't have a what?
bruh,
I wouldn't have a battery charge on my record.
You
bruh.
do? You have a fucking battery charge?
There was an incident. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Can you tell us about it after the podcast?
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah, I'll talk about it
Okay,
after.
okay. Everybody remember what Insomnia just said that just now, so we can remind him.
I'll explain it.
Oh, you'll explain it. So are we moving on, or do you guys have anything else to add?
I'll move on. I'll have to leave after the next question.
Oh, really?
Hmm. All right. Well, let's just send James a farewell. Bye, James.
No, I'll do the next
After
question. I'll
the
leave
next
after the fate.
Question. Okay.
Hmm.
Next question. Do you believe in fate and destiny?
Yeah.
It's an
My
interesting one.
destiny is shit, so I'm not really sure.
Well, honestly, I'll be the first to bite the bullet.
Alright.
Um, I'm a very superstitious man. I am all. It's ridiculous, I know, but I believe in good luck and bad luck and all that shit. You get me? I
Yeah, there's nothing
am.
wrong with that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, cause like. So I am very superstitious. I try my best not to do anything that would incite bad luck onto me. Like I try whenever there in our neighborhood, there's always this house with a black cat in it. It always roams around the streets. And when I'm passing by the street, I try so hard to just avoid it, you know, to just avoid it crossing me. And I do everything. I believe in the fact that if you wish for something at exactly 11:11, regardless of AM or PM, it'll come true eventually. I believe in wishing for shooting stars and all that shit, you know. There's also a superstition here where I live that if you're gonna fucking piss somewhere, if you can't really hold it anymore in public and you gotta piss, if you're gonna piss somewhere, you gotta say a phrase like excuse me or something like that to make sure you don't piss on any evil spirits. So
What?
yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I do that. I actually do that. So you
yeah,
don't
the
piss on any bad elements, you know. So I
I
do
would
that
just
a
go
lot.
out in the woods and just go.
Yeah,
I
you
never
got
considered spirits.
especially if it's in the woods. Especially if it's in the woods, because that's where most of them are. So
yeah,
I just
you
I just I yeah. In like Malaysia, there are lots of spirits in the woods, huh?
yeah, but
Monkey
mostly
boys.
So
I'm
like
gonna give literally. Oh, sorry. Go on.
oh
so
no no
like
no.
I go to the woods, right? I unzip my pants, take off my belt, and just drop him, and then I start before I do it before I release the piss inside me. I say excuse me, like there's a phrase, there's a saying of it, you know. There's because I'm Filipino, right? And in Tagalog, there's a certain phrase for it. That you say for it, you know. So it sounds different in my language. It sounds more fitting in my language, but basically you say it in a tone like this, like "excuse me" or something like that, like in a sing song.
What's
It
your
would like
language?
Tagalog,
Try
Filipino. I'm Filipino. I'm from the Philippines.
Oh, Telugu. Oh, okay.
It's Tagalog.
wait,
Yeah, I'm
Heather,
from the
try
Philippines. Yeah.
and
Tagalog. Oh, okay. I'm mixing it with something else.
Yeah. Wait, what are you saying, Redware?
try and talk like in your Tagalong accent. Try like do that.
Oh, like I speak English in the Filipino accent.
No. Like, oh, you don't know any like Tagalong like words.
Uh, I can. I mean, I can teach you guys some after the podcast. I'm embarrassed to say it here. I'm just,
Uh,
you know,
alright.
a lot. All right, but like, yeah,
Right.
there's a tradition like that. So I'm getting too far off topic. Basically, what I
I've
mean
got.
is I'm just a bit. Yeah, what is it? What is it, James?
No, I was gonna literally before I shoot because I can't stay much longer. I didn't expect it to go on this long. Just on the notion of fate and destiny. So, in my opinion, Mantic notion is quite ludicrous. You get people that said, "Oh, they're meant to be together." So you got the whole one, he's the one or she's the one, and it's just nonsensical.
Mm.
So, out of 7.9 billion people on the planet, there is what the one is not someone who you went to school with, not someone who lives a couple of bus rides away. Because if that was the case, the statistical chances are staggering. If you do meet someone who lives local to you and you call them the one, you simply share a cultural and sociological understanding. But the best love stories in life or in movies that have ever been captured in film or in literature have been people from massively different walks of life. So you've got Pride and Prejudice, which was the working class and the lower class. You've got The Shape of Water, which is a creature and a deaf woman. You could go on and on and on. So fate is something which is a rational idea insofar it's a combination of life decisions. So you're not fated to do something, or you're not fated to be a director. It's just basically all these decisions, like cogs in a wheel, can lead to an almost infinite directions, which is interesting. You get the multiverse theory, which gives rise to that very notion. So, of course, we can all choose our fate, albeit doing it unknowingly. And one example of this is the employees on 9/11. Say that an employee on 9/11 called in sick, didn't go
Oh,
to work,
you
survived.
just
That's just one of those kind of fate examples. A smaller example would be someone who decided to leave a party an hour earlier, but if they left on time and stayed, they might have possibly been mugged or accosted. But on the other side of the coin, they may have struck up a conversation with a prospective partner. So you don't know what. It's just all choices, choices, choices. Sometimes a good choice sounds like a good choice, but it could have been even better. It could be even worse. And destiny as well
you just
ties into
don't
religion
know.
too much. No,
You
but
just don't know,
destiny,
you know.
which I have you don't. It's just the roll of the dice almost. It's just you're in the wrong place, wrong time. Destiny, for example, ties into religion too much because it's an idea I find offensive actually. Because based on your standpoint, Christianity proclaims that God has a plan for us, and although God is supposed to be omnipotent and omniscient, is it really viable from that standpoint? So is it the destiny that on 12th of September 2014, a guest house collapsed in the Synagogue Church of All Nations in Lagos, capital of Nigeria, killing 115 people? Is God's plan? Children dying of cancer, God's plan? More torture than a plan. I mean, you just get left with a paradox. You're supposed to be, God gives us free will, but then he's got a plan for us. You can't have it both ways.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm done.
You just went off a
That is a lot.
Holy fuck.
Hey, you. Wow. Wait.
You just said a lot. That is a lot to process.
Take your time. I
Anyways,
might have to leave with that.
James, I'm gonna bid you farewell now. Stay safe, bro. Take care and all that.
Right. No problem. All right. Take care.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you had to get that out of the system. So basically, what I was saying is, I am a very superstitious man. I believe in good luck, bad luck, evil spirits, and all that stuff. And I do believe in fate and destiny, because the fact that I even met my current girlfriend right now is just amazing. If I could take into consideration all of the shit that I had to do in order to set up us meeting together in a messenger group chat, it's just phenomenal. Like it's just weird. Like it's impossible that that's just a coincidence. It's impossible that that's just a string of decisions that I made myself. I unconsciously made them. Like me meeting somebody I actually love and care for. That doesn't just happen every day. I feel like destiny and fate. It's like it's something. It's there. It's although a lot of people don't believe in it, I do because I'm very superstitious and you all know that. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you guys have
There's a-
any add-ons?
Oh, there
Okay.
he goes.
You want to say anything, Insomnia?
Uh, I'm just gonna say, yeah, I believe in fate, destiny, all that. That's about it. Like, I don't have any reasons for it. I just do.
James sure did give his reasons though. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, no, he went in.
he just popped off, bro. Like he didn't even
I
warn us or
I
anything.
can't follow that up.
Didn't even
impossible.
warn us. He
Nope.
didn't even warn us, bro. I didn't even get to listen properly because he was just so fast. It's just one thing after the other.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I have to agree with Heather. In like Malaysia, we have superstition as well. Except for the pee part, I don't know about that. I don't remember that. Wait, I got a superstition that my mom always says that you have to turn on the light in a house when you're going to sleep. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe
Huh.
it's to ward off evil spirits or something.
So that the spirits will not bother you mostly, like in the dark when you're
Yeah, it's
sleeping.
to ward off evil spirits and all that. It's kind of weird because we do the opposite here to fucking save electricity. Like, turn
Oh,
off the lights in the living room and we're gonna sleep in the bedroom and all that stuff.
you turn on the light, the bedroom light, so it's fine like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. The bathroom light is open. I don't really sleep with all the lights on.
No, you just turn on just one light, it's fine.
Yeah. So
So
like,
yeah, I believe in like fate because I met like friends and enemies. I met a lot of people, some shitty, crazy people. But
I can
yeah,
understand that. I mean, I can understand. We all meet people.
mhm,
You can meet some
If you guys,
interesting people, not for the
if you
right
guys,
reasons.
yeah.
if you guys hear any weird sounds, that's just my cat. Somehow, I'm in the living room right now. You guys hear him?
No,
No, I haven't heard him.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have noise suppression on. So JaymesSinnah left, and it's basically it's us again, the Purge Gang.
oh yeah, the food.
Look,
Yeah, that was.
If fate and destiny didn't exist, how come we made such a good combination, the three of us, right? Like we just clicked together instantly after that episode.
Not really
Yeah,
sure.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
you
good to
know,
have people that are familiar with each other, pretty much.
yeah, it was basically the three of us became a lineup.
Yeah.
no, I got something in mind when in like the future with you too, but I talk it later on after podcast. So should we go to the next question?
Oh, sure, we should.
Sure.
Yeah, boys, do you believe in a horoscope?
God, no.
Oh my fucking god,
I
no.
saw that
Okay.
question earlier and I was so prepared for it.
Yeah,
That's no.
I have to.
I don't
No.
even think we need to explain why we don't believe in it. It's just
Like, if
retarded.
you
I'm
want
sorry.
to, go off, but I swear to God, if you bring it up in every single conversation, no. Shut up, please.
I don't know if it's
Yeah,
okay to say this word, but it's just retarded that people think their star signs are
And,
have something to
yeah,
do with how they act and how their future will get affected. It's just it's really retarded.
like I said, people can believe it if they want. You can have your horoscopes and stuff, but I swear to God, if you try to just bring it up every single 2 seconds,
If you
no.
try to associate your entire fucking personality on on your zodiac sign, I will punt you so hard.
Yeah, just
You
sorry that I committed mass genocide. I'm an Aries.
Oh my
what?
god.
Just an Aries
Oh,
thing.
I committed 10 counts of vehicular manslaughter. I'm a Gemini, so
Just Gemini things.
just Gemini things, just committing war crimes. Oh, that's so Capricorn.
That's- I hate this.
Yeah. Oh my god. I just hate
I
people who are like that. Sorry, I'm such a degenerate. That must mean I'm a Pisces or something, or Pisces or whatever, however you pronounce that.
oh, you,
Pisces.
you remind me of like TikTok or
Pisces,
something.
Oh,
like
that's
TikTok.
funny.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I don't know why I download TikTok and there's a bunch of like this horoscope. What the fuck? So annoying. Like if you want to say it just once or twice in like conversation, that's fine. But if you talk it literally every time, I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna smack you.
They just don't talk about it all the time.
No, no, no. I'm a nice person. If you want to talk about it, yeah, sure, I hear it. But if you talk it a lot of time, I'm gonna smack you. Yeah, I have big hand. Just ready to smack.
So next talking point. I just think horoscopes are ridiculous. We don't even need to
Yeah,
provide a
we
detailed
are.
explanation on why we don't agree that it's real. We just say,
It's just
pretty sure a
ridiculous.
lot of people can relate when we say, "Oh, this isn't. Yeah, it isn't good."
It's just a little ridiculous, some of the things people come up with.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you had a second chance in life, what would you?
No, that
Oh no. Oh God, I'm reading the wrong fucking question. I'm sorry. In Groundhog Day, yeah, that's the thing. Read it for us, RedRare.
all right. In Groundhog Day and Happy Death Days, how they work off from infinite death loops. Do you believe in multiple timelines? Yeah. No, I'm not really sure.
Okay, look, you know
Most
what? I'm just gonna go say it. I, for one, am relieved that James isn't here for this question. Oh, he's
would
just
go
gonna he's just
crazy.
gonna go off.
Yeah, he would be
I
crazy.
I'm not saying I hate him. It's just we are gonna get a mouthful from him.
Oh
That dude
yeah.
can't talk.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop. In Groundhog Day and Happy Death Day, how they work off from infinite death loops. Do you believe in multiple timelines? I do believe in the multiple timeline theory. So
Multiple
you
timeline.
guys, yep, you guys know the Schrodinger's box, right?
Yeah.
Schrodinger's
Possibly.
Schrodinger's cat. Well, technically, there's an alternate timeline where it's called the Schrodinger's box, but yeah, Schrodinger's. You see what I did there? Schrodinger's cat. Yeah.
There's also a phrase, Schrodinger's douchebag.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
that's a
The
completely
Schrodinger, the
unrelated
Schrod,
thing.
yeah, I actually know the definition of the Schrodinger's douchebag. It's like someone who acts like a douchebag, and if people around him hate him for doing it, he says he's just joking and he's not serious. But if
Yeah,
they
it's
don't
like so bad.
react, then he'll continue being a douchebag.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
exactly it.
that's the Schrodinger's douchebag.
Unrelated, but it's funny.
It is very funny. So like the Schrodinger's cat theory is like if you make a if you put a cat inside a box, it has to be a cat, otherwise it won't work. I'm just kidding, but yeah, still. If you put a
Specifically.
cat inside a box with some poison and like a timer to activate that poison every 1 hour or something, it's like you're supposed to like wait 1 hour before you open the box and see how the cat is. So like, what if you wait about 30 minutes and open it? It'll be alive, right? Because the timer isn't set off yet. If you wait an hour, then it'll be dead. But it really depends on what time you open the box and observe the results. It
And
says
these
that
Saw movies are getting out of hand.
yeah, it said that the box really doesn't have a result unless you observe it. Like for example, you wouldn't know the cat is either dead or alive if you don't open the box and check for yourself, and it's not dead or alive if you don't see it. Like saying that it's like a level of uncertainty. It's like you're uncertain. And it's also uncertain. It's neither dead nor alive if you haven't seen it yet. So you have to open it to check if it's dead or alive. So basically, if you open it and see the cat is alive, in a then you've split the reality. You've split the timeline. In another timeline, the cat is dead.
Well, there goes gravity.
Yep. In another timeline, the cat is dead. But if you open it and see it's dead, then in another timeline, it's alive. Basically, what we're experiencing right now is a fixed timeline. Well, but
Yeah.
it can branch out. Like it can branch out into different ones. You know, There's an interesting theory me and my friends talked about on a fucking Discord call while we were high off our asses during 3 a.m. Um,
What is it?
basically, every decision you make always branches out into another timeline. Like, for example, right now, when I decided I'm going to join the podcast, in another timeline, I gave an excuse to not join the podcast, and I couldn't, and I just didn't, and only you guys were inside. You, James, and RedRare. Um,
Ah,
so, like, basically every decision you make, there's always another timeline where you made the decision adjacent to that. Like for example, you decide to go to bed one night and it's like 10 p.m. If you decide to go to bed, then there's another timeline in which you don't go to bed and stay up. You know, it just keeps branching out, and we're
so
only feeling what we're feeling because we made the decision. We are in a fixed reality, and we're experiencing all of this. and shit. But whenever we make a decision, like whenever we run into a thing with like multiple paths, that's when the timelines start branching out into different ones, into different outcomes. And other versions of us are living them right now, the results of our actions. You know?
Mm.
So yeah. So
It's like kill either 10 people or just one person, something like that.
yeah,
Timeline is
it's like
split.
for example, RedRare. You can make a decision to either eat or not eat. If you choose to not eat, then in another timeline you chose to eat. You know, it just branches off. It splits.
Yes.
So I do believe in multiple timelines. You know, I really don't really know nothing. I don't know much about the death loops and Happy Death Day and Groundhog Day, but yeah, multiple timelines. That's definitely a thing. I mean, it can't only be this reality that we're living in. There's probably another one that we don't know of, where everything is the opposite of what we're doing now,
I've
of
seen
the
a lot of
decisions we made.
stuff from like Happy Death Day. Pretty much die, restart the day.
It's like,
Yeah,
have you seen The Edge of Tomorrow?
yeah, yeah. Oh, you watched
No.
it?
Tom Cruise is in it. It's an action movie. Basically,
Oh
he
god.
gets. Oh yeah, obviously Tom Cruise is in an action movie. So he
Oh
gets
no.
like put
See
he
Tom
gets
Cruise.
he gets put into a war, right? And he dies there. He dies to like it's a fight against some aliens, and he dies. He gets killed by an alien, and then after he dies, he wakes up. He wakes up where he was in the air base because he was recruited to be a soldier or something. And then he just realized the day just restarted after he got killed. Every time he got killed, it keeps restarting. And
Huh.
like yeah, shit like that.
It's kind of happy that day as well. You die, you will return that day as well. You have to just survive for a
You
long
just
period
have
of time.
yeah, you just have to survive long enough, you know, and then get the best outcome. You gotta keep trying and trying again. So yeah, you guys want to add anything else to that?
So, um, would you rather live in that like time, like happy that day, you will die over and over again till like you live for a period of time? You do it.
I don't. I don't want to do that. I don't want to keep dying over and over until I find out who's killing me.
One thing I liked about uh like Happy Death Day is she does die over and over, but the more it happens, she actually starts getting hurt. So it's not
Yeah,
like an infinite thing, which is something I'm just happy they didn't go that route.
What do you mean, like infinite thing? What do you mean by that?
Like, can't just die, start the next day, and there's no repercussion. It's like you die too many times and you actually start to get some form of injury. So you can't
like
just
from like previous
infinitely do
life.
you have to use it wisely.
Oh, so she keeps her wounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although honestly, she would have been done in about 5 seconds if she just removed the mask in any of those timelines.
oh my fucking
I'm
god!
just
Yeah, the
saying.
first. Yeah, I mean, if she, as soon
Right.
as she realized what was going on in the third refresh, she should have just thought about removing the mask.
I mean, sure, in a moment where someone's trying to kill you, you're just trying to think of staying alive. But
But when she figured out what she had to do, maybe that was the best course of action to take. You know, if she was gonna die anyway, just fucking do it.
yeah, just just take it off. You're gonna start back up the next day, so nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that.
you just gotta do that shit. So like
That's I still haven't watched the movie, but I know a good bit of stuff in it.
hmm,
It's,
I'm
yeah.
reading the talking points right now, and after this question, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yep,
All right.
it's a
So
yeah. So you guys have nothing else to add to that?
no, no, no. I
that's
think
all I
we
got.
have enough.
Hmm. Okay, so after that question, it says Red Rare's farewell from HorrorCast. You're leaving, bro?
Yeah. You know,
Oh
I
my
told
god.
like in previous podcast that I'm gonna leave.
Oh yeah, yeah. You did say you were gonna leave soon. How
Yeah.
many episodes did the Purge Gang last?
A good
Well, we
bit.
started like what season 2, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it was
think
formed in season 2, and we lasted for like more than 5 episodes. I think.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
something like.
it's good.
5 at least.
A good run.
Yeah, it's a good run. This should be an emotional moment, but like I feel sad that we're not
I mean,
crying or anything. But I feel kind of,
It's
sad that you're gonna leave now. I mean, the Purge Gang wouldn't be the same without you, RedRare.
well, even if I go, there will always be someone else. Like Pro, like he can
Pro
replace
Edit, yeah. I think we just recently initiated him into the Purge Gang, right?
me.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Hmm.
After he, after his performance, like bro, we have to we have to recruit him.
Yeah. So like, RedRare. A lot of the episodes that I've been in, you were the one hosting them, and the only thing I can say is you were a good host.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
You're
I
I'm
you
agree.
were good. You are good at what you do. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
And
I'm
I
always
appreciate
nervous.
I think we
So I
appreciate
was,
that.
yeah. You know what? It was a nice run, and it was
It
so
was
fun that
it was,
I
it
had
was
the
good.
less insomnia in head, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I can say with much certainty the Purge Gang wouldn't be the same without you, RedRare, because you're always our host. You're always the one who hosts these wacky conversations with me and Insomnia. But yeah, it's all right, dude. You just gotta go do what you gotta do when you leave HorrorCast. You know.
Actually, this I won't say that like later in the podcast, but so basically, I have a plan in the future. So basically, you, insomnia, and pro, I guess. Like I want
Oh,
to make a chance, like one day.
you're gonna make a another podcast or something?
No, like animation style like that. In like in the future, if you guys want to.
Um, it's actually really nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to, I don't pressure it.
I, I'm sure I'm fine with it.
But it's not
So
it's
like,
not gonna be like after a year. It's gonna be like a long time in the future.
All right.
it's alright. Sorry, just hit us up when you're gonna do that shit. But yeah, the Purge Gang has had a good run. We're not really disbanding the Purge Gang. It's just you're gonna be away from it, and you've been a key point in it, Red Rare. You've been the host. You've been a good host and all that. And I'm actually a bit sad that you're gonna be gone after this. This our last episode together as the original Purge Gang.
And I mean, you guys don't have to worry about it. It's like calling a home. It's not the house or the space you take. It's the people that you have around you. It's what you call
Yeah,
home.
I guess goodbye,
I
bro,
guess.
and good luck on all the shit that you're gonna do. Just stay safe and take care of yourself and all. Yeah.
Yeah, I will actually I have to say this. Not this is for Draggy J. Draggy J. So thank you for everything. I
Hmm.
have fun. I had met a lot of people. So thank you for giving me opportunity of doing a host for since season 1 until now. We have a lot of fights, arguments, and all that. And I hope you can accept my apology and we can move on. I will still support the channel, and so hopefully we go more further without me. Hey, we 90 something subscribers. That's nice. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say. Oh my god. Ah, I want to say a lot of stuff, but
So
It's
just stay
been a good
tuned to
run.
DMs. It's been a good run for the Purge Gang. You
Definitely
know,
been a good run.
it's not like me and Insomnia are gonna like leave too.
Nah,
But you
you
I'm
still,
guys want
sticking
to?
around.
It's just not gonna be the same after RedRare is gone, you know.
Yeah, it won't be the same, but we'll try to keep this running.
Yeah. Don't worry, RedRare. I mean, out of respect for you, in your name, we're gonna keep the Purge Gang alive.
Wow, thanks. Okay, I think we're gonna end it. You guys still want to say anything else?
Hmm. Subscribe. You know, and
subscribe. Shit to
support
100.
support RedRare's channel.
Oh wait, I just realized this is season 3. It might take some time for this episode, so hopefully 100 by now.
Yeah.
Never know.
You never know. Happy 100th subscriber, Dragon J. But if it's not 100 yet, then at least you reached a lot. You know.
Then it better be after this episode.
It better be 100. All right. Happy 100th subscriber special.
All right. So thank you for everyone that listening so far. Since you guys been supporting this channel,
Yeah.
I feel like crying.
No, it's all right, bro.
It was fun. It was nice.
Everyone subscribe for RedRare. Oh my god, I'm saying the wrong things. Well, it's also for Dragon J since it's his channel.
Yeah,
but you know,
this is his
everyone
whole
subscribe for RedRare. Everyone subscribe for RedRare. He's Everyone send him off with a salute, boys.
The soldier's salute.
It's
Thank
a
you for
21
everyone
gun
lis-
thing. 21 gun salute thing.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Thanks to for everyone that listening so far, that been supporting the channel and listening to me, I guess, for being the host with these 2
Yeah.
guys.
RedRare was a good host, if not the best. You know. Everyone
Thank you.
type F in the chat for RedRare. Yeah.
Thank you and
Finish.
goodbye.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, guys.